Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. So in previous video, pretty much I've just created a MLIR function, and in today's video we're going to be converting those Func and arithmetic dialects to LLVM dialect, and then from there we're going to lower that LLVM dialect into LLVM AR, and from there we could actually execute it or just print it. Or we're going to start by printing it, and then we're going to even execute it using JIT. All right, so let's get started. All right, so first of all, I actually forgot a few things in the previous video, which is to verify the module. So first of all, if module.verify.failed, then we have a little problem. So what we're going to say is std cerr. Can never spell that. So, okay, now failed, or let's say module is invalid, right? New line, and let's return exit failure. And while we're here, let's make sure to actually also return exit success. And there you go. So here we're going to be basically printing the raw MLIR module that we have just made. Now next step, what we want to do is convert that into LLVM dialects. How are we going to do that? Well, we're going to need some passes, some conversion passes. So let's say MLIR conversion, convert, or actually arithmetic to LLVM, and include MLIR conversion, func to LLVM, convert func to LLVM pass. Unfortunately, again, the names aren't very consistent. By the way, there's another one that I've found, another pass, but I couldn't really get it to work. So if anybody knows, this one seems to be a generic pass to convert all of these. So convert to LLVM, but I had some errors. I couldn't really figure out how to actually solve them. But other than that, just using those were good. So we're basically going to be explicitly, converting those ourselves. So that's fine. Next up, what we're going to need is, let's see. We're going to need passes. All right. So pass/pass, and we're going to need pass manager. So these are the ones we're going to need to convert. So let's see. All right, so after we print, we're going to create a new pass manager here. And then we're going to add some passes. So add pass, and we're going to say create. I can't type today. Convert, or let's go with arithmetic first, then convert the function. So the order is important. Add pass, create, convert func to LLVM pass. All right, so this would basically, what the heck is going on here? Okay, so this pass would take the arithmetic dialect and convert it to LLVM dialect, and this one would take the func dialect and convert it to LLVM dialect. Pretty much. Now this actually takes a context, a pointer to a context. Now we could actually run this. So if pass manager.run module.failed, then we have a little problem. We're gonna say, for example, couldn't convert dialects to LLVM dialect, right? And there you go. New line, and let's return exit failure, and there we go. So that basically would do the thing that we want it to do, and we're gonna print. Now, of course, this will give us some linking errors that, passes aren't there and so on, because we need to add some stuff. We need to link some stuff. So MLIR func to LLVM IR and MLIR arith to LLVM. Actually, to LLVM, not LLVM IR. And let's actually try. And notice here we're actually printing before the passes run and after the passes run. Just so you can see the raw one and then the one in the LLVM dialect. And there you go. So as you can see here, we're using the func dialect and the arithmetic dialect, but here we're using the LLVM dialect as you can see, which is cool. Lovely. Now what's next? What's next is we need to convert this LLVM dialect into LLVM IR. So how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to need some few other things. So let's include MLIR and target, yeah, LLVM IR, dialect, LLVM IR, LLVM to LLVM IR translation, this one. And we're going to need MLIR target and LLVM IR export. And we're also going to need another one of these, but instead of LLVM IR, we want it for built-in ops. So built-in to LLVM IR translation, there you go. And these are the ones we're pretty much going to need. This export would basically gives us a function called translate module to LLVM IR. And these ones I'm going to show you in a second, but for now we don't need them. Let's start here. So export. And let's see how that goes. So auto LLVM module is equal to what? To translate module to LLVM IR. Okay, let's continue. So translate module to LLVM IR module, comma, and here we're going to need an LLVM context. So let's create an LLVM context, and here you could give it a name if you want to, but we're not going to do that. We don't need it. And now let's create an LLVM context. So LLVM context, pretty much. And of course, this is actually incomplete. So we got to make sure to actually add or include the LLVM stuff. So LLVM IR context, LLVM context, and let's include the LLVM IR. And here we're going to go with the module. Okay. So this is basically it. And later on, we're going to also need these, but for now we're good. So that's pretty much it. Now this could fail. So what we're going to say is if not LLVM module, then we have a little problem. So let's say std CERR couldn't translate LLVM dialect module MLIR module to LLVM module, right? And let's go. And we're going to return exit failure. There you go. And that's pretty much it. Now, if we actually run this, we're going to have a little problem. Okay, we have a resolved external translate module to LLVM IR. So let's actually add a few things here. So MLIR, and let's go with LLVM to LLVM IR translation. We're going to need this one. And we're going to need MLIR built-in to LLVM IR translation. Make sure you have these characters just like this, otherwise it wouldn't work. And let's actually run this now. And this should link perfectly. And there you go. But we have a runtime error. As you can see, cannot be converted to LLVM IR, missing LLVM translation dialect interface registration for dialects. So we're going to need to add some few other things. Right now, this is where these ones come in. So we're going to include target LLVM IR dialect. So these interfaces, okay. And now what we're going to do is, let's see. So after we create our context, now the thing is we could have just done registry is equal to context get registry, get dialects registry, and then we could have started registering our stuff. But the problem is this one actually returns for us a constant dialects registry, so we cannot really mutate it. So what we gotta do instead, we gotta actually create our own dialects registry. And then we're gonna add it to the context, append it. There you go, append the dialect registry. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna register a few things. We're gonna register LLVM dialect translation. So it will know how to translate stuff up. That's why we got that runtime error, because it couldn't know how to translate those stuff. So it didn't know how to translate LVM dialect and built-in operation, which is the module operation and so on. So, and register built-in dialect translation, dialect registry. And there you go. And that should work right now. Let's see. And we got a linker crash. So let's just, as always, let's just reset clean build, right? Reload the project. It happens from time to time. And yeah. And there you go. So as you can see, we actually have translated to an LLVM module. And we can actually even right now print the LLVM IR. And of course, we're going to give it LLVM outs. And actually, this one takes this. Outs, by the way, is just like C out, essentially. And why the heck I can't give it this? Wait, what? Raw O stream. I mean, yeah, this should work. Why it doesn't? Wait a second. Oh, whoops, I just missed something right here. So let's just add another one here called nullptr and to use this particular override. And yeah, that's basically it. Now, if we run this, let's go. So as you can see right now, we have 3 versions of this module. We have the first one, which is the highest level, right? It's using multiple dialects and so on. It's using the Func dialects and the arithmetic dialects. And we got the second level after our conversion passes. You only have the LLVM dialect. And after that, we actually lowered it down to just LLVM IR. So this is why they call MLIR like multi-level pretty much, because like you could have all these dialects that, you know, converts to each other, and at the end of the day you're going to convert down to one dialect like LLVM or some GPU backend dialect or whatever. And from there, you're going to actually, let's say, lower down to LLVMIR. And from LLVMIR, you could like, you know, go to x86 or any other architecture pretty much. So that's basically how it works. All right, so now, finally, what we're going to do is we're going to try to run that function. How are we going to do that? Well, we're going to include LLVM execution engine. Now, I mean, we could do it in 2 ways. We could either, actually, sorry, we could either use like the MLIR execution engine or the LLVM execution engine. In our case, we're just going to go with the MLIR one. And there you go. And for that, let's go. Let's actually create right now an LLVM, well, a MLIR, or let's just call it execution engine, right? So execution engine, create. We're going to give it an operation, which is our module, not our LLVM module, our MLIR module, because we're using the MLIR execution engine here. So this is actually right now not needed anymore. I mean, if you want to remove it, fine, but we can keep it. All right, so here this would return expected. Let's actually unwrap that. So let's just say LLVM can't fail. This is just a little helper function inside of LLVM that would basically unwrap the results and crash with an error message if something went wrong. Otherwise, just give us back our object straight up. So that's the execution engine. Next up, we're going to get our function. So our function is basically execution engine dot lookup. Look up what? Let's give it the name of the function we want to look up. In our case, it's the function f. And right now, this can also fail. So let's unwrap the expected. And it gives us back a void pointer. And we're going to actually go ahead and like reinterpret cast that pointer to the function pointer we need. In our case, our function, it basically takes 2 integers and return 1 integer. So let's actually do that. So we need int, right? And let's make a function pointer here. So it basically would return int, and it would take 2 integers in parameters. And there you go. There you go. Now we could actually run this. So let's say 34, 35, 34. For example, we could, do anything really, but yeah. CDC ouch, and let's add a new line here. And there you go. So as you can see, we could just like call that function like however we want to. Right here, we just basically JIT that module and looked up the f function, and here we could run it however we want. Now we're gonna need a few things, because right now if you just ran this, first of all, we're gonna have some linker errors. That's the first errors we're gonna have. And I'm gonna show you how we could fix those linker errors. It's actually pretty simple. There you go, as you can see. So to fix those, we could just gonna say MLIR execution engine. There you go. Now, in fact, since you actually done this, you could even remove these right now, I believe, because execution engine already contains those, because it already like internally translates the LLVM IR. So in fact, because we actually don't need this unless if you need the LLVM IR stuff directly. So in fact, just to not confuse you, we could even remove them, right? But yeah, anyways, let's go and let's see what's gonna happen here. So we're gonna get right now a runtime error because we're gonna need a few other things that I'm gonna show you. And although right here in C-line, it's telling me that these are in use, if you remove them, you're gonna get like an incomplete type error. So don't, these are false positives. And if you are on C-line like me, what you could do is you could just tell it to not to do that. So just do this and disable once with the comment. Same thing here. Let's see, more actions. Disable once with the comment, and it wouldn't mess with you anymore. Perfect. Now, as you can see, enable to find target for this triple. No targets are registered. So basically, we don't have any targets registered. Let's register our native targets because we're going to be running that function here in this machine, in our native machine. So how we could do that? Well, by essentially including LLVM support, I believe, and target select. Right, and then before anything, you're going to initialize your native target, and you're also going to initialize your native ASM printer. These are the ones you're going to need, and now this should work out just fine. All right, let's go. And there you go. We got our result, 69. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And if you even want to do this part 2, then you could do it if you want. So you could also print the LLVM IR. So as you can see here, actually you have like the access to the LLVM API directly. So right here, just in the LLVM era, it's like, so that's pretty sick. So that's actually what MLIR is for. Essentially, like you use your dialects in high level, you do whatever you want with the MLIR. And then after that, after you're done, you convert it into an LLVM module, and then you could do whatever you want with the LLVM IR. And finally, you could execute it or whatever you want. And there you go. So we have it all right here. All right. So that was it, guys, for this video. Thank you all for watching and see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.